Hello again everybody. This is a deck review on the Rarebit Copper Edition playing cards. So let's get into it. Here's a look at the front side of the tuck case. It has art there and there, which stands for Rarebit. The design on the box is embossed and also the ink is metallic. The box has a nice matte finish to it. This is the back side of the tuck case. It has Rarebit written right there and the 4 pips below it. Clubs, spades, hearts and diamonds. And also playing cards right there. It has made in the USA written on both the sides and a funky looking carrot in between. That's a rabbit, I guess it's their symbol. And just some barcode and stuff on the bottom. Here we have the address of the restaurant from which the Rarebit deck was inspired. (474 King Street, Charleston, South Carolina). The tuck case is totally black inside. I really like it. So that's the box. In my unpacking video of this deck, I had said that the front is actually the back and the back is the front. If you haven't watched the unpacking, click right here and it will open in a new window. I'll also leave a link in the description box below if you want to check it out later. Usually, the box has the back design of the cards right here because the opening is always on the back side of the tuck case. But for this deck, it's the opposite. Another interesting aspect of this deck is that the design on the box is printed in gold, but on the cards it's in white with a gold background. So that is also something out of the ordinary. So these are the playing cards. I'll first show you the ad cards. Here are the 2 jokers. Both of them are identical and don't have any reveals. It looks as if the 2 rabbits are going around in circles. And they also have these striped t-shirts with J on them. And that's the back side, just like the others. You also get a double backer with this deck. You can use it to perform tricks. As you can see, the back design is a mirrored back. And it looks really nice in cart worlds. And the last one, it's an advertisement for the restaurant with the address. And this, I guess, is how the restaurant looks. And the name of the website or the URL. Here is the Ace of Spades. And yeah, I forgot to mention that this deck is 100% custom made. So that's really cool. I don't know if you can see clearly, but it has these sun rays kind of lines coming from it. I guess it's visible now. In the middle is a carrot with an arrow going through it. On the left is 474, that's where the restaurant is. and on the right is some kind of glass. Here are the rest of the cards. The pips are smaller compared to standard ones. And the code cards. I'll be talking about the code cards in just a minute. Here are the diamonds. It's actually not red, but has more of an orange touch to it. And the clubs. The clubs are my favorite in this deck because it's just so unique and I've never seen this type of design in any other deck. And finally the hearts. Just like the diamonds, they do have more of an orange touch to them. So these are the cards in this deck. Let's move on to the code cards. Here's a look at the code cards from this deck. Let's start with the spades. So all the code cards are custom. The royalty in this case are the rabbits, unlike the standard ones. They also have this goldish metallic ink on them. The jack has arrows in his hand, the queen has a dove or a pigeon on her hand, and the king has an eagle. Next are the diamonds. Here the king has a gun with him. The queen, I think, has a glass. And finally the jack has a knife. Let's move on to my favorite, the clubs. Here the king is holding a large sword. The queen has a flower. And then the jack has an axe. Next are the hearts. The king has an arrow. I don't know what that is with the queen, but it looks like a heart supported by something. I just don't know what that is. And I have no idea what that is either. So those are the code cards from this deck. The deck has an 8 cushion finish and a thick stock with thin borders. This deck is good if you're a magician, but if you're a cardist, then there are better ones out there. But the deck is really good for displays like the worm and the lino cut. It riffle shuffles well, but the pharaoh isn't so good. It comes out of the tuck case very slippery at first, but later starts to clump. The fans are fine and the dribbles are just as good. So this deck was inspired by a restaurant in Charleston, South Carolina. This is actually the second version. The first one is green in color and goes up to $225 on eBay. You can get the deck from the restaurant if the cost of your dinner is $100 or more. It was produced and distributed by Theory 11, designed by Jay Fletcher, and manufactured by the United States Playing Card Company, USPCC. So that's all folks. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and see y'all next time.